All right, everybody, here we are in day 2, and just a real quick housekeeping video, and then we'll get to the content. Here's the stuff that was left over from day 1. You should be working on your introductions. You should be giving me your info sheet. There is now a drop folder in D2L where you can drop that in under, oh goodness, and I put it in the description for this week, but just so you know, you'll go to Activities and then Assignments, and that's where you'll find the folders to drop your things into. So inside of there will be one that says like Info Sheet Drop Folder or something like that. I don't remember what I called it. Okay, I should be getting an email from you that's all about your math autobiography. Remember to do that. And I noticed that about half of you have done your syllabus quiz. So if you have not done that yet, please get started on it. We have a weekend, but it is due Monday, January 20th. I know that's a holiday. We will not have a video or any kind of meeting on Monday because it's a holiday. Yay. However, you do have stuff due there. If you don't want to be working on a holiday, then get it done early and get it turned in. Yay. Okay, so that's what was left over from Monday. And then I'm going to tell you the rest of the week's assignments. So the next thing is that after we get through with class tonight, I will go and I will load up. There will be 2 things for you to read. So one is the Chapter 1 material. Our very own Dr. Anderson wrote that. The book that we're using. So Chapter 1, it will be loaded up. It will be at the bottom of week 1 under Documents. So with the info sheet, that's the only thing there now, but the Chapter 1 will be there soon. And then there will be, I think, 3 PowerPoints. So look for the Chapter 1 PowerPoints. Files, and actually I might make those into PDFs, but you'll see the difference. They'll be in slide format. There's a lot of pictures in here. There's a lot of quotes. There's a lot of really nice quotes about math and why we bothered to do what we're doing and stuff like that. So all about sciences. So make sure you read those because I will give you a little bit of a hint. On the midterm and the final, there are likely to be some essay questions where you have to be a little more philosophical and a little more theoretical, so to speak, about why we're doing what we're doing, and it will have helped you if you have read through those PowerPoints and you're aware of what's going on. Okay, so that's the reading for this week. The next thing is that, and I mentioned this before, you need to go look at the book list and select one. Okay, so I was just discussing here in class that the book list is just recommended books. So it's a pretty long list of books that I think are math history type books. Some of them, as you look at them, will be thinner. Some of them will be thicker. Some of them are actually textbooks. You probably don't want to pick a textbook, but it's nice for you to know that those are out there and know how to find them and things like that. So maybe don't pick a textbook to review, but pick another book. So there's a list. It's recommended. If you pick one off of there, you're golden. But if you're like, oh, I don't like any of those books, I'd rather read my book on the history of pi or Hypatia or whatever, then it's okay. You don't have to pick a book off of there, but if you pick a different book, you need to run it by me and get it approved. So that's just so you know. Different book, no worries. Just get it approved. That's what I want you to do. And as long as I can look at it and say, oh yeah, this is a math history book, it's good, then you'll be fine. I have kind of a rubric that I'm going to load up and let you see what I'm looking for the expectations. And I don't have an exact due date for this, but I'm putting it sometime around the beginning of April. It'll definitely be after spring break. So some of you who are thinking to yourselves, oh my gosh, she wants us to read an entire book I don't have time for that. Maybe over spring break you'll be able to read a book. So again, choose wisely, Grasshopper, whenever you pick which book you are reviewing. So if you're limited time, then don't pick a 1,000-page book. That would not be smart. Okay, so I will get that up there. You need to select a book and email me your choice. So select one and email choice. That way I can keep straight who's doing which books. It'll be awesome. Okay, and the last thing that I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and start looking at your journal article reviews. So I am going to make these due at different times. What I decided just now tonight in class is there's supposed to be 2 of them. So everyone will do the same article. I will assign it, and you'll all do a review on the same one. Again, I'll give you a little rubric so that you know exactly what I'm looking for. And then the other one, everyone will choose one of your own. Now, when you choose your own, and when we get to that point, I'll make you run that by me and make sure I'm good with the article. But again, I'm hoping that if everybody does the same one, you get a really good idea for what's going on and what I'm after in the journal article process, so that you'll see that, and then once you're comfortable with that, then you can pick your own and do your own. So I want you, in order to prepare for this, to go ahead and go on the library's website. I know. Look in the databases. If you've never done this before, now's a good time for you to start looking, and go to JSTOR. That's normally where these articles will be stored. That stands for Journal Storage. And it's not the only one, but it's probably one of the most well-known academic journal storages. So start exploring inside of JSTOR. Start searching, start playing with their search engine so that you know what it is. If you've done JSTOR stuff before and you're happy, then don't worry about it too terribly much. But if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what that is, this is your opportunity to go ahead and start looking at it. I've decided not to give an actual bookwork assignment this week. I had originally planned to do that, but instead I want you to start looking at the book list that I'll upload. That'll be down at the bottom under documents, and I want you to start looking at the journal stuff so that you're familiar with what it is I'm after. So there you go. That is your week in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and make, by the way, the due date for the reading and the due date for picking a book next Wednesday. So that gives you 1 week as normal. And go ahead and start looking at that. So I know I'm not giving you book work to do, but you still have assignments, so still get on it. That would be what, the 22nd. So, yay. All right, so let's make that due then. Okay, I'm coming back with a content video in just a minute.